The Atlantic forest. This forest has experienced over 3 decades of massive deforestation for soybean production and cattle ranching. Of the 20 million acres this great forest was, only 2 million acres stay today. The people of Paraguay, residents of the Atlantic forest, are also feeling the impact of deforestation. Soybean farming provides little to no employment. Only 1/4 of rural Paraguayans have a stable job. Poverty affects 32.4% of Paraguayans and 18% are in extreme poverty, more than half of them living in rural communities. Beef and soybean production contributes to 30% of Paraguay's GDP, but it is not sustainable and only a temporary gain, for it will be impossible to meet the demands of society with a depleting forest, especially that by 2050, agricultural production will require a 60% growth. So we need to find a solution, a project that links forest conservation with economic development and that helps create sustainable and stable communities. Well, with the help of the World Wildlife Fund, the Paraguayans have developed an alternative crop that gains profit to conserve the land and directly benefit the locals. Yerba mate. Mate is a highly popular leaf that is dried, steeped, and drunk hot or cold like tea. It has the strength of a coffee, the nutrition of green tea, and euphoria of chocolate. This drink has already been globalized and is already adapted by big organizations, but the locals have not been benefiting as much. They have sold the branches cheap and still can't afford to sustain themselves, let alone a community. That is when the idea, local production, local profits, inspires some individuals to take action. These local businesses sell twice the price for simple crushed leaves and 10 times more than what commercial mate companies would pay the community for harvesting rights. Environmentally wise, mate trees grow in the Atlantic forest and are 50 feet tall. Land for mate production is now considered agricultured land and property of the mate companies, reducing soybean expansion. The trees are left standing after harvest, meaning more carbon stored in wood and soil, and therefore slowly restoring the forest. For further benefits, yerba mate planters have adopted an agroforestry model, planting other native trees with the crops. This might not look efficient, but it restores more of an ecosystem and also creates shade for the mate leaves, resulting in richer nutrients and quality of the plants. The local mate production idea is sustainable in 3 factors: economically, environmentally, and socially. Other solutions to tackle these problems take place on a much bigger level. The FAO and the Paraguayan government made the PROESA project to improve social protection and food security by investing $90 million to transition the country to sustainable forest management. Another project with the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development in partnership with the UN have tried to introduce another silvopastoral system, combining trees, pasture, and animals in the same area to decrease the forest region being cut down to accommodate agriculture. More than 133,000 seedlings were donated to farmers to protect soil and improve cattle habitat.